Hello guys, are you trying to find out a way to expose web server which is running on your local machine to the internet? If your answer is yes, then this video will help you to achieve that. Okay, at this point of time, some of you might be wondering why do we have to expose local web server to the internet and what is the purpose of doing it? Well, that is a valid question, and to answer this question, I would like to give a simple example. Followed by that, I will also would like to share my own experience where I could not use my local host and I was in a position to expose local web server to the internet. Fine, let's consider a simple example. Assume you and your friend are learning something by creating a sample WebAPI project. Let us also assume that you both are sitting on a different machines at different locations. When WebAPI project is being running on your local computer, if you would like your friend to invoke your application URL from your friend machine, then is it possible for him to consume your application URL? Okay. To see this in action, let us create a sample WebAPI project. Let us flip to Visual Studio, click File, New, Project. So let us create a .NET Core web application, provide the name and location appropriately. I'm going to name it as Web API Demo and I'm clicking OK. And it will ask us what kind of project we need, and since we are interested in API project, I'm going to select API and the framework is selected as .NET Core 2.1 and I'm not going to enable this option for now. I'm clicking OK. Visual Studio will create a project for us now. Okay, so it has created. Now, if you could see the controllers, we have values controller by default. Let us see what is there in it. Okay, it has some example endpoints. Alright, so I'm not going to modify anything in this. I'm just going to run my application. Alright, our application is running on our local machine. In case if we give this endpoint address, so basically this is an endpoint. So if we give this endpoint address to someone who is sitting on a different computer and if we want them to invoke this endpoint, then is it possible for them to invoke? No, right? Yes, because our application is running on our local web server. So this is available only on our local machine and this endpoint cannot be accessed from other computer. So how do we make it possible for others to invoke our endpoint from their computer? Okay, in order to make it available to someone who is trying to access our endpoint on a different computer, then we may have to expose our local web server to the internet. So how do we do that? One of the simple and easier ways of exposing local web server to the internet is by using ngrok. So what is ngrok? Ngrok allows us to expose local web server to the internet. Okay, now we will see the steps needed to make our local web server available to the internet by using ngrok. So in order to do that, first we'll have to download ngrok exe. So I'm going google.com and type ngrok and navigate to ngrok.com and here you will have download option. Click on download. Here we have an option to download the ngrok exe. So once you download, you will have the zip file, and if you extract the zip file, you will get the ngrok exe. I'm not going to download now because I have already downloaded it and it is available on my local machine. So I'm navigating it to the place where it is available. So here it is available. So if you open this ngrok exe, then the window will be similar to the command prompt of Windows. So I'm just opening this. Yeah, if you see, this will be like almost command prompt. So in order to make a local web server available to the internet, we would need only one command, so which is this. So ngrok space http space hyphen host hyphen header equals localhost colon the port number on which your local web server is running. So this command we would need, and mainly this command is case sensitive. So if you provide it in capital, then this won't work, so it has to be in the lower case. So when providing the command, please make sure you are giving it in the lower cases. And I'm going to give this command now on my machine, and if you notice running on this port which is 51360. So I'm going to provide that port number in the command. So provide ngrok space http space colon host colon header equals within the double quotes. I'm providing local host colon 51360 is the port. I'm closing the double quotes, and here again we'll have to provide the same port number 51360. So once we provide this command, then ngrok will create as the public URL through which we'll be able to invoke our endpoint from other computer or from anywhere in the world with the internet access. So I'm giving enter. If you could see, ngrok is created the public URL. So I'm going to copy this URL, and I'm going to invoke our endpoint with this URL. So I'm providing this. So this is a base path, and we'll have to provide our endpoint path properly. So I'm giving /API/value is our endpoint. So after providing it, I'm trying to access it. Here we go. We are able to access our local uh, web application through the public URL. So if you share this URL to someone who wants to access your endpoint which is running on your local machine from their computer with the internet access, then they will be able to access or consume your endpoint from their machine. So this is how we will be able to expose our local web server to the internet. Personal experience, when I started learning RPG, ngrok helped me a lot because if you are trying to access your APIs through RPG Edge, then RPG Edge will not be able to call your local host. Your local host has to be public. So if your endpoint is available to the internet, then only you will be able to make a call to your API through HappyG. So uh, this is the main reason why I have made a video on ngrok, because in the upcoming videos I am going to talk about HappyG concepts more. So thank you for watching and have a great day.